it's Kristen and let's get renovating. So today we're actually over in the Daisy Hovel, which is in Willow Creek, and it's the home that you guys have heard me wanting to renovate for a really long time. So currently, as you guys know, I do have 100 Baby Challenge Season 2 on my channel, and once in a while I upload your Sims from the gallery and add them into homes that are around Willow Creek. That way, it kind of gives a chance for you guys to be a part of my game, possibly be the next baby daddy with your Sims. So I already started by moving 2 of them in next door. So to the right, you guys can see, I just realized there's no roof on the side of my 100 baby home. Do you see the little bump out that I made for the cribs? Okay, remind me in the next episode or in the comments. I need to fix that. But yeah, so that home that's over to the right, that is actually our 100 baby home. And this one, like I said, I do already have 2 of your Sims added in here. So you will see this definitely has a masculine vibe to it. Usually I always go for pastel, bright and colorful, which you definitely can still do bright and colorful for masculine. But this one I wanted to get out of my comfort zone because this is a home that is specifically going to be for males, and I wanted to really bring out that dark male masculine energy in this home. So you could totally use this home for anything, but to me this is a very different aesthetic than I'm used to building with. I think when I first started building and like apartment renovations, I used to use black flooring all the time. Like I used to use that in all of my apartments, especially the one that came with City Living that's kind of like the basketball floor. I used to use the black tone of that all the time because it had like this sheen to it, and I was obsessed with that. But so this home does end up being 2 bedrooms. I do put in 2 full-size beds, so even though it's only 2 bedroom, you can sleep 4 Sim. I also, you'll see later, I did start trying to add in a basement, which I might need to do if we start flooding out Willow Creek and we need more space. I definitely will be adding basements or upstairs to these homes. So I didn't really want to change the actual home too much when it comes to the size. I still kind of wanted to keep this smaller type of home, but I did add like an entrance on the left and just a little bump out over on the right. Everything's fenced in, and this one I do end up doing quite a bit of landscaping with it, and I kept it very minimal, not too colorful or bright. I do remove the grass, yeah. But I do change this around quite a bit where the sidewalk is, and I will eventually add in a driveway that you guys probably seen on the thumbnail. But I'm kind of obsessed with using the black windows again. I am eventually going to continue renovating in Willow Creek because we still have the home on the end, and then there are like 2 homes on the other side, and then we have an empty spot, which I'm going to add either, I don't know, should I add like an apartment or like a strip that has like a couple homes on it? So it's like one lot, but maybe there's like 3 or 4 homes on it, or even just 2. Oh yeah, this is when I started attempting to put in just a little basement. I was gonna put like an office and like a bedroom or 2 down there, but I was like, no, I don't completely love building. Which home? Wait, I think it was Not So Berry that I was playing that challenge, and we ended up having a basement, and it always feels so dark and dingy down there. I really wish that they would change that up a little bit so it wasn't just like a black screen and like a picture of furniture. It feels so scary and creepy down there, which it should feel scary and creepy, but it feels like empty. It doesn't feel like The Sims just with like the black background. But yeah, I did kind of play around with this bump out in particular. I really wanted to put a lot of windows in this, but I also wanted to put the kitchen in this area because I wanted to have the kitchen, living room, and the dining room as like an open concept, but still kind of keeping it cozy. All of the aesthetic in this is very clean and minimal. One of the things that I really enjoyed about building with this home, I tried to make myself use different appliances, different furniture than I typically have been grabbing. Like the flooring, I have not used this flooring in forever. And the fridge, I don't think I ever used it, but I always love it. It has that like glass pane in it that you can kind of see through. I would love to have a fridge like that, honestly. But yeah, and the stove, I'm pretty sure like even the table, the sofa I do end up using quite a bit. And I do change that tile background. Oh my gosh, the Parenthood stuff. I do not care. Like, you come back to me in 15 years, guys, I am still gonna be using the heck out of everything in Parenthood. Like, that furniture and wallpaper, to me, it's like a classic. Oh, I did try to add tiles, but I didn't like how that ended up looking. So originally I was going to do the living room in this little section. I was gonna do like a corner living room, and then I was like, no, this is just, it ended up being like too small. And then I didn't like the layout, and it had all of the windows, so I thought later that the dining room was gonna fit, because I feel like a lot of windows and a dining room go hand in hand over a sofa and some tables and stuff. But oh yes, and I do end up making, okay, so this is a lot of black and white with accents of like the blue, the royal blue or the navy blue, and I really like how that went out, because in real life, blue and green, other than plants, are like my least favorite colors. So I don't typically tend to use those when I'm building. My eyes just do not grab them unless I make myself. Like, I would have much rather used purple, pink, yellow, but yeah, blue. Let me know actually in the comments if you do a lot of building, decorating in The Sims. Is it just me, or do you always tend to stick with the same color palettes? That's kind of one of the things I like when I get back into building and I'm posting a lot of apartment renovations or home builds. After you do start building quite a bit, you do start venturing out, because you're like, wait, I need to just try something completely different. And this was a lot easier for me because I did especially have like Sims in mind. Like, I already have Sims that are living here. I know what they look like. I know their personality, or I created their personality. So it definitely helps when you are building these homes with actual Sims in mind. I think it kind of could be cool if you guys like put maybe some Sim families onto the gallery and you give them a background story, and you need me to like build a home for them or something. I think that could be fun, taking the personality of all of the members of the household and trying to find their personality within it. So I do at the end try to bring in some of that personality in the room. Like, one is into kind of like Star Trek-y figurines, and then the other one I do have like a little workout, like a thing with weights. I cannot wait until Adventure Awaits comes out, because we have a lot of really cool stuff in that, like the archery and more workout gear. I definitely want to build a gym. Like, that's something I don't think I've ever built, like, other than a room in a home or in a garage. I don't think I've actually built like a full-on gym. And hospital. I do need to build a hospital. I have built a vet clinic when Cats and Dogs did come out. I did build that, and I do want to do a hospital, but that one's a little overwhelming. So I gotta do a little bit of brainstorming before I do that, but I do want to do a playground, especially because we are getting like all of that new stuff in Adventure Awaits. We're getting like a bunch of slides and climbing things. I think adding a park with a splash park could be kind of cute also. I think every town and city has like a park and splash park, so I think that would be kind of cool to add in. I also do hope eventually in 100 Baby we will get rich, so I can add in a pool and like a splash park and all of that stuff. But right now, I can't even afford a loaf of bread in that series. We are so poor. I think we have too much home and not enough money. We need to get making money. When you guys play The Sims, what is your top favorite job to do when you are playing the game? Do you like to like paint pictures, be an artist, or just like send them to a rabbit hole? But you can't do that. You can't actually, if you're doing the 100 Baby challenge, you're not allowed to leave the lot for work. So you always have to like figure out a way to make your money at home or around like your property. So it's either gardening, painting, being a novel. But we do have like woodworking that you can do, but I don't think you make that much money. Candle making, so I think we're going with becoming a florist because we can do that. But right now it's just not working for us. We are broke. Everything's dying. All the plants are dying. But one thing, okay, back to this house. One thing that I did try to focus on, because one thing that I usually always add in my builds are gardening. This one I wanted to do it a little bit differently. So I do add in like a pool and a diving board and like a picnic table. So looking back, I do wish that I added in like a bar, because I feel like this is a bachelor home. There are 2 bachelors living in this home. I feel like they would be doing a lot of entertaining, even though Ginger cannot make it over. I mean, I think they're definitely entertaining someone. So, yeah, also with the bedrooms, I did want to give them their own look. So one of them is like a little more brown toned, and then the other's definitely strong black tones. I do come back in because I was like, I kind of wish there was space for like a closet in one of them. And backyard, yeah. So moving over into the backyard, I was going to add in this like balcony or deck, but then I was like, wait, there's nowhere that I could actually make a door, and it would just kind of look foolish to have a deck with no door from the inside. So this way you're just gonna have to come from outside, come to the backyard. You could put a door, I'm thinking now, you definitely could put a door from the entrance and make like a little step down towards the backyard. That definitely would work, because there's not really anything in the entrance other than like some shoes. And I think I might have a mirror in there also, but if you just put it on the very far left, I think that could work. Oh yeah, I do end up going with this picnic table because I always go with the tables and all of the chairs. And I felt like they definitely needed to have this basketball net. I do want to add these into my home next door also. So do you guys think that I should continue to renovate the homes that are around the community, or do you think next time I should start from scratch and build something completely different? Because I do want to work on, I think I'm going to work on the home on the end. So they all pretty much have the same shape. Like they're all these long and narrow little bungalows. Yeah, I don't know. My stairs disappeared for some reason. But you're gonna see me decorate all of this, but I actually remove it all because I do end up putting in a driveway. I felt like it was just way too many plants and it just looked ridiculous. So yeah, you'll see me play around with this a little bit. And what was I watching? I think I was watching The Hunting Wives. I did finish it, but I've been restarting watching it because I know there's a lot that I've missed. Whenever I'm like working and I have something on the other monitor, I like listen a lot and I don't get to see a lot. So sometimes I have to watch like series all at once. But yeah, so I keep a lot of this, but a lot of the stuff that I'm putting here on the front next to the sidewalk, yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of all this. And this is where I put in the car, which I feel like was a good choice. Do you guys think we're ever gonna get vehicles in The Sims? I kind of think we're not. I know a lot of people really want it. I would love it, but I don't know if we actually will. And for some reason, I forgot about these frames that I definitely need to add some of those into the home next door. So I always forget about these surface frames that you can put on like dressers and stuff. So I need to do more of that. And I also need to get Ginger doing some paintings of, wait, what if I did like a painting of each of the men and made like a basement so we could keep track, and then have like I'm trying to think, like put the birth certificate underneath of the painting of the man. Or we could even take like a picture of the man, of like the baby daddy. We could take a picture and then put the actual birth certificate right under it and keep track of it. I don't know. Is that foolish? I kind of like to do that, but I don't know where to put it, and I don't really want to add it into the home because once you get like some babies going, because we already have like 5 babies, that already is like a full wall. So I don't even know if that's really doable. or not. I do need to work on a greenhouse also. And I need to start brainstorming if I do an apartment, or like I said, I could definitely do a lot that has like a couple homes on one lot. I think that could kind of be cute. Or we could build like a playground across the street. But yeah, so now I'm just adding in all of the clutter in here, making it a little more masculine feeling without overdoing the plants. I did try to tone down the plants. I did my best. But make sure to check this out in the gallery. Make sure also you have move objects, but you can find it in the gallery. KrystinMyrieXo, same as my channel. Make sure that you guys are subscribed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.